Philanthropy is the desire to promote the welfare of others, and we can all agree Jimmy Donaldson, better known as MrBeast, is one of the most philanthropic creators on the platform. But even when giving out thousands, some people will always have something to say and try and get him cancelled. So let's take a look at some of the things MrBeast did and almost got himself cancelled. The last wave of criticism he received was not that long ago, just when he dropped that video in which he built 100 wells for people of Africa living in underdeveloped areas, arguably one of the best videos on YouTube. The video starts with MrBeast saying, "This is the first of 100 wells we're going to build in this video," as the water splashes from the grounds of the village in Kenya. Thanks to these 100 wells MrBeast is building, over 500,000 people will have access to fresh water at any moment. While visiting those villages and local areas, he was greeted by cheering students and a welcome ceremony. He didn't waste any time, and since he was already there, MrBeast decided to refresh a local school with new computers, furniture and books, donated a soccer ball to every student, and replaced their old chalkboards with whiteboards and projectors. All of that for every single school he walked into. Can you imagine? Once he was done there, MrBeast took off to Zimbabwe, where he continued to build more wells and donate bicycles to local students. Hence, he didn't stop there, and before finalising the video, he had to visit Uganda, Somalia and Cameroon to provide more access to fresh water. But still, after doing all of that, someone is really brave enough to point a finger at him and say, "No, you shouldn't be doing that." In this last outburst, there's one term that circled the whole world in just a few hours: white male figure. Those words were used by Saran Kaba-Jones, the founder of Face Africa, while expressing frustration, stating, "I've been doing this for 15 years, but we've been struggling to continue this work because funding, awareness and advocacy all take work. Overnight, this person comes along who happens to be a white male figure with a huge platform, and all of a sudden he gets all of the attention. It's kind of frustrating, but it's also understanding the nature of how the world is." Now, I'm wondering if it's all just about attention when it comes to these activists. On the other hand, some people are saying his project indirectly highlighted the failures of the Kenyan government, fueling stereotypes that Africa is dependent on handouts and philanthropic intervention. I don't know, but when you start writing "is Kenya's government ... in Google's search bar, the first thing that pops up is Kenya's government broke? So there are obviously some problems that are waiting to be taken care of. Some of MrBeast's fans compared him to Bill Gates, while others question the misleading headlines about the Clean Water Project. At this point, people have made up so many things, even the real video might not be true anymore. And one of the stupidest arguments I've heard was something like, "But some of these wells will stop functioning in 5 years. And what then? Come on, are you serious?" However, one of the main reasons this video drew so much attention is because MrBeast solved this problem for very little money and very little time. The fact he did it cheaply and quickly highlighted the inefficiency of existing organisations. So when the title is clickbait, people are angry, and when the title is true, people are also angry. You literally can't bring satisfaction in the lives of some people. However, this is not the first time MrBeast has received this kind of attention. In fact, he knew it would happen, and as he uploaded a video, he said, "I already know I'm going to get cancelled because I uploaded a video helping people, and to be 100% clear, I don't care. I'm always going to use my channel to help people and try and inspire my audience to do the same." What a guy. That tweet got over 30 million views, but what happened the other times MrBeast almost got cancelled? The one before this one was crazy. In January of 2023, MrBeast uploaded a video called 1000 Blind People See for the First Time. For those who know what this video was about, I suppose you remember all the reactions people had. And for those of you who never saw this video, MrBeast's first words were, "In this video, we're curing 1000 people's blindness." And oh boy did people go crazy. He was almost immediately accused of using people with disabilities to create content and promote his channel, because he paid for eye surgery for 1000 people with cataracts and bought hearing aids for 1000 deaf people. At this point, it would have been best if he stopped giving his money to anyone, but then again, people would still be angry because he's not giving out any money. In fact, he perfectly explained this in one of his tweets. Twitter: "Rich people should help others with their money. Me: okay, Okay, I'll use my money to help people and I promise to give away all of my money before I die. Every single penny. Twitter, MrBeast bad. And alright, I don't say it's okay to get mad because he does any of these. In fact, it's sick. But what can I do when there are people normalising it? But criticising someone because he provided his workers with houses and all the accommodation needed for a normal life without any strings? Are you criticising someone, or are you just unbelievably jealous of someone? Back in May of 2023, Jimmy gifted his workers stress-free accommodation near to work to cut out a productivity-draining commute. But the comments are just too much. Take a look at some of them. That sounds very culty, lol. The next Jonestown will happen here. Imagine losing your job and your house on the same day. That's what company towns are. Your employer owns every aspect of your life. I don't know how, but people still don't understand what no strings attached really means. If someone gets fired, they're not going anywhere, at least not for a few months until they find a new opportunity. So why is he getting cancelled? What's behind all of this? Because we can clearly see his deeds are definitely not what's wrong. I would say it's a bit of jealousy and eye-opening. Kenya's government probably went crazy when the whole world found out that drilling a well doesn't cost millions, which means it will be harder for Kenya's presidents to get their hands onto that corrupted money. Boniface Mwangi, Kenyan activist, had something interesting to say about this situation. We are a shameful, horrible country. Every 5 years we give newly elected members of parliament and senators a $33,000 car grant. Fuel those cars every month, but we have no money to drill boreholes for our people. We are a begging nation governed by multimillionaires. I wouldn't be mad even if MrBeast did this on purpose just to make the Kenyan government work properly. And for the other cases, it's simple. People are just jealous and that's it. In the end, MrBeast is literally getting cancelled for doing nothing each time. But is it even possible to cancel him? I don't think so. In no time, MrBeast's channel will become the #1 channel on YouTube. And how do you plan on cancelling him then? He'll be the one cancelling you. Don't forget to drop a like if you enjoyed watching this video, and click on screen to watch the next one.